Welcome back to In Ohio Country Today, and on the phone with us now is Matt Berry, CEO from Midwest Electric. Matt, we want to talk about your 2020 annual meeting. It's going to be a little bit different than what you've done in the past. Let's talk about it.
Well, thank you, Dan, and it's going to be a lot of it different. Yeah, this is our 83rd annual meeting. Midwest Electric has been around since 1936, and this will be our first ever virtual annual meeting. Our annual meeting for years has been held the first Saturday of June, and typically at St. Mary's High School. But with the pandemic lockdown restrictions, a large event like this obviously is not going to be able to be held. We typically get 600 to 800 people at our annual meeting, and again held at St. Mary's High School. So you can see there's just no way we can do an in-person annual meeting this year. So we're going to go virtual. It's going to be, again, the same date and time that it was scheduled for, Saturday, June 6th, 9:15 a.m. And it'll be available on our website, MidwestREC.com, our Facebook page, YouTube channel, and it'll continue to be available, long after the actual event's over. So that if you can't sit down at that time, that's fine. And there's another time that works better for you, it'll still be at those locations on our website, Facebook, and YouTube channel.
On the phone with us is Matt Berry, CEO from Midwest Electric, discussing the 2020 annual meeting to be held virtually. Matt, let's talk about the format.
Yeah, it really will be pretty much the same. I mean, obviously, we're not going to have breakfast, so that's something that I know a lot of people look forward to, is we have a catered breakfast buffet every year. And that's obviously not going to be available. Kids' games, things like that won't be there. The entertainment, some of the side events and displays that we've got going on. But the actual meeting itself, the heart and soul of the annual meeting is still going to be there, still going to be the same. We actually don't conduct any business at the annual meeting anyway. All of that is conducted ahead of time by mail and online, and that's not new. We've probably for the last almost 10 years now, voting has been done for our annual meeting ahead of time by mail and online, and that's the director elections. Or if we were to have any proposed change to our code of regulations, which we don't have any code of regulations changes for this year, but we do have 2 districts that are up for election, and so we'll announce those director election results during the annual meeting, just as we normally would. And then the other business that's conducted are presentations by myself, by Board President Larry Vandemark, just to give updates as far as what's new at the cooperative, what things we've been working on in the past year, what's coming up for the next year. And we are, of course, going to still give those updates at this time. And other than that, there's cash door prizes. We've done that typically at our annual meeting. We're going to still do that this year. The way we're doing it is a little bit different because we do strongly encourage audience participation at our in-person annual meeting. We're going to do everything we can to continue to encourage that audience participation during this virtual annual meeting. So we've been asking members to submit questions ahead of time. There was a postcard, a postage-paid return postcard that was included in the May Cooperative Living magazine, and members could write a little question on there, send it in, or they could email info@midwestrec.com, or they could call us 800-962-3830 and provide what question do they want addressed at the annual meeting. We typically do around $2,000 or so total in cash door prizes. This year it'll have to be bill credits. Normally it is actual cash that we give out at the in-person annual meeting, but this year the cash door prizes will be bill credits. So we still want to encourage that member participation through those questions, and we are going to answer every question. Now, for the sake of time, depending on how many questions we get, we may not be able to answer every single question during the virtual annual meeting, but we will at least follow up directly with those members. If we didn't answer your question during the virtual annual meeting, we'll answer it directly one-on-one with you. A lot of the questions so far that are coming in are all in similar categories that you would imagine: questions about electric rates, questions about power reliability, questions about coal as a generation source. So a lot of similar and common type questions. So we'll be able to combine quite a few of these and to make sure that every question is answered in one way or another.
We're on the phone with Matt Berry, CEO from Midwest Electric, talking about the 2020 virtual annual meeting to take place Saturday, June 6th. It starts at 9:15 a.m., and it's available on their website at midwestrec.com. That's midwestrec.com, their Facebook page, as well as their YouTube channel. Matt, before we let you go, let's talk about people who may not have the capability to view this and what kind of follow-up will take place with those who are not so quite tech savvy.
Well, that is a tough one, and a lot of it just has to comes down to the situation that we're in. We're really limited, and quite frankly, this is a decision that the board and I didn't really like to do, but we really had no choice. And there are 24 electric co-ops in Ohio, and they each have to hold an annual meeting like ours. And so far, most, if not all, of Ohio's electric cooperatives are doing the same thing. We're all in the same situation. So they all tend to be doing this virtual annual meeting. And so more specifically, though, for those members who they don't have internet or they just don't know how to tune into something like this, we'll have to address that next year. It'll be, we'll still be taking minutes from this meeting, and we'll still, next year, we hope that we'll be able to get back to the in-person annual meeting and get that face-to-face contact back with our members. But those members also, we are very accessible here at our office. Individual members, they call me directly. I'm willing and happy to talk to any member individually. They can approach it that way, or they can send an email, and we'll talk to them on a one-on-one basis if they have any specific questions about their electric cooperative. After all, we are member-owned, not-for-profit. It's their electric cooperative. They own it. We provide lots of information, the annual reports on our website. It's also published in our magazine. So we do everything we can to get information out to our members on a regular basis. And the annual meeting is just one of many ways that we communicate with our members. And this year, in a sense, it's been artificially restricted, not by anything we want to do, but we're making the best of the situation as we can. But also, in a sense, there are members maybe who typically didn't attend the annual meeting in the past because it just wasn't convenient for them. They just couldn't make it on a Saturday morning. And well, now they're going to be able to attend, so to speak, this annual meeting anytime they want. For those members who can get online, go to our Facebook page, YouTube channel, or our website, it's going to be available initially Saturday, June 6th at 9:15 a.m. But from there on out, for days, weeks, months, next year or longer, it'll still be available for anybody who wants to view it.
Matt, one of the cool things that Midwest Electric does on a regular basis is give back to their patrons, and the month of June is no different. In addition to your virtual annual meeting, it's National Family Month, and you guys are doing some great stuff, giving away prizes each week of the month on your Facebook page. The prizes range from canoe rental vouchers to movies and game nights with pizza. And each week on your Facebook page, all you have to do is like and share Family Month posts to enter and win that prize. That's a real cool deal.
Yeah, this is the second year we're doing this June Family Month program, and it was very, very popular last year. We had things at the local minor league baseball games, canoe rental, kayak rental, things like that. And we're going to do that again this year. That some of the prizes have had to change a little bit because of what's available these days and what isn't available. But it was really popular last year, and we know there's a lot of built up, pent up desire on people's parts to get out there and do more things after these last couple of months. So we anticipate this program will be very well received again. And bottom line is, we just want to encourage people to enjoy the time they have with their family, and we want to do everything we can to help with that. And it's just part of that commitment to community. We've got our Community Connection Fund, which donates $40,000 to $50,000 per year. We just had a round of donations, charitable donations that we made here in May. $19,000 was given to local charitable causes, including $5,000 to local food banks, $1,000 each to 5 local food banks. And that was something that we definitely saw a need for this time of year. So yeah, the June the Family Month, it's a very easy program. Just, go on our Facebook page, and the instructions will be easy to follow. Maybe, liking a post or sharing a post or commenting on a post, things like that. And, good luck with it. I think you're going to enjoy it, and we hope you win.
Also want to remind everyone about that $150 limited time offer due to COVID-19 crisis. You call it Cool Returns, and it's a chance to join the load control program by June 15th. You just call today or anytime, sign up, and receive that $150 rebate.
Yeah, this is what I'll call a win-win, so to speak, because it's got to do with our load management program. Peak load management is where we temporarily control a certain appliance, maybe a water heater or an air conditioner, to take it off of that summertime peak. Now, the peak times are not every day. They occur less than 1% of all the hours in a year. So this program is very well received by our members because of the savings and because it's not an inconvenience to the members. We don't entirely shut down your air conditioner for 4 hours or anything like that. It's cycled off and on, so that the home can still maintain a temperature, but yet it's done in a manner that helps to take that air conditioning load off our peak. It's really a really neat program that combines those two things, enables us to lower the peak, but yet maintain your comfort level in your home. And the savings are significant. Midwest Electric saves well over $500,000 a year with our peak load management programs. For a company our size, that's significant. That's one of the reasons why we have not had an electric rate increase in 10 years. August 2010 was our last electric rate increase. And one of the big reasons for that is our peak load management programs. And so that's why I call it a win-win. Individually, the member, you're going to get that rebate. And then as a co-op, individually, you're going to save in long-term stable electric rates.
Matt Berry has been our guest, CEO from Midwest Electric. Matt, once again, that 2020 annual meeting details.
The 2020 annual meeting is going to be virtual this year, online, starting Saturday, June 6th at 9:15 a.m. You can get it by going to MidwestREC.com or our Facebook page or our YouTube channel, and it will continue to be available long after Saturday, June 6th at 9:15 a.m. So if you can't tune in right at that time, not a problem. Whenever is convenient for you.
Matt Berry has been our guest from Midwest Electric. Matt, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Dan.
You've been listening to the In Ohio Country Today podcast. And for more information about our podcast, our television show, and more, go to our website at inohiocountry.com. That's inohiocountry.com. Have a good day, everybody.